girl, I know you think it's a game, but it is absolutely not, okay? This is the energy supplement from Just Move Supplements. That's right. It's damn near all gone, girl. And that's because I had to get that energy up so I can complete the workout, so I can give y'all this body, this transformation, get into it, okay? And I'm done working out now, so that's why we're moving on to the protein shake. Oh yes, it's already in there, girl. It's already made right here. This is the mixture of the banana pudding, the chocolate cake, and the buttercream cupcake. And you really want to be fancy, you can go ahead and add that blueberry muffin if that's what you want to do, girl. But for me, it's these three right here, okay? You put that with some almond milk, you mix it all up in honey, okay? Your muscles have gained life, new energy, agility. Get into it, okay? Just Move Supplements. Thank you very much. Hold up, Chief. Okay, don't forget about that TLC NutriBurst to get that multivitamin popping, because we all need a little extra. And child, if you want that sea moss that go down smooth, don't come up rough, okay? Get into the TLC Nautica sea moss. Yes, get that from me. And child, if your stomach hurt and you need to move some things around so you can be free, okay, go ahead and get that ISO tea down below in the description box. Get it all from me. Come on in, come on in, come on in, not come on in, not come. Sorry, y'all know I'm weird, whatever.
Hey everybody, what's up? It's your girl BondyBlue. So let's go ahead. Hey everybody, what's up? It's your girl BondyBlue. Okay, follow me on Instagram and let's get into the video, right?
Hey everybody, what's going on? Can you guys hear me? I know y'all can't see me because I'm not about to be on screen. We are back. Listen, I didn't know how I wanted to handle this at first. Because, okay, so here's the thing. I actually did watch alongs for episodes 1, 2, and 3, and 4, or whether it was 1, 2, and 3. I think it was 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, and 3 on my website, bondyblueshow.com. And now that we are on episode 4, I was like, you know what? I want to make notes and do it review style for everybody, because now I'm engaged. Now I'm involved. You know, when I don't really care about something or I don't want to fully review it, I would much rather do watch alongs. So I would highly suggest you guys go to bondyblueshow.com. Okay, go to exclusive content, go to watch live now, and you will be able to see the ultimatum watch alongs that I did. They are free to everyone who wants to watch, who is a member of the website. Okay, whether you are a paid member or a free member, you will have access to them. Okay. So I'm not going to go blow by blow for the first 3 episodes, but I'm just going to go ahead and give y'all a synopsis of what I felt about the first 3 episodes. And then, we'll just go along to 4 and 5, which I actually have notes for. Okay. And really, that's where the meat of everything really starts to happen. The only thing that happened in episode 2 that was actually worth talking about to me was the sit down where everybody has to basically choose who they want to be with. Okay, so Alexis and her dude, and I'm not going to play anything for you guys, but I kind of wanted to scrub through just so you guys can kind of see the scenes that I am discussing and the people that I am talking about, but I'm not going to play it. Okay, so Alexis, child, first of all, let's talk about Alexis for a second. I think Alexis is pretty for Norwegian, Iceland, cold weather type just Caucasian people. Like, I think that she has an aesthetic that is attractive. And I feel like for a lot of people, she will be attractive merely because she is a white woman. Okay. However, she grew up, I think, poor or struggling in some capacity, because she adamantly said that she wanted a man with money. Okay. She did not want to struggle. So her man, hold up. Hunter, 28, he is he's a fronter to me. Like he's somebody that came off so nice, like he's the nice guy and everything. But I also felt like the moments when he was like love bombing or showering people with um compliments, it felt disingenuous. Kind of like Paul on Ready to Love. The way he would talk to the Kia, that's how Hunter made me feel when he had conversations with some of the other women. I think specifically when he had talked to April, because April was going to pick him. And so April definitely and April is the Asian woman. Okay. She's the only Asian lady besides, I believe Vanessa is some Asian, I believe, of some mix. I'm not sure. Asiatic of some sort. But either way, over here on the right hand side of the screen, y'all see under the black couple, that's Jake and that's April. Okay. April is a lot. April is a lot. And I feel like Hunter may have chosen his woman just out of fear that he would have to deal with her and her constant talking at 500 miles an hour. And that's not to say that I don't like April, because I feel like April was probably one of the most emotionally honest people on this show. And that to me made her all the more relatable. Okay. So keep in mind, we have Alexis and we have Hunter. Then moving along, you guys, we had the white guy that I thought was most attractive until we saw this all play out. Hold up. Okay, hold up. I'm trying to get to him. Yeah, him right here. Him right here. Damn it. Hold on. Let me see if I can pause it on the right
Also
moment.
chooses you, then you guys will move in together as
Let's see if I can get it. There. Okay. He's wiping the sweat from his brow. That's the moment. Hopefully, they'll let me rock. Okay, but just in case, let's X out of that. Y'all saw who that was, right? Okay, I'm gonna put this back up just in case, because I don't want any issues with YouTube. I would like to make a check off this. This is the end of the month, and the reason why I'm putting this here instead of my website is so I can make the check here. Okay, so if you guys want to super chat or super sticker me up, that would be great as well. But just liking and being here is great enough. Okay, so yes, up here to the left hand side of the screen, up there in the corner, that is Lauren and, oh my god, why am I spacing Nate? Yes, thank you, Nate. Nate and Lauren. Okay. Nate was giving me moisturize. Nate was giving me good beard. Nate was giving me good hair. And then during this scene on the second episode, he gave me insecurity to the nth degree, to the point where I found it unattractive. So basically, I believe Colby, okay, Colby down here, to the right hand corner, all the way at the bottom. He's with a girl who has the cowboy hat on. That's Madeleine. She's a nutcase. Colby is a very sweet guy. I really like Colby. I honestly was attracted to him when I first saw him. I was like, oh, okay. I like that. That's a cute frat boy. I like that. You know what I'm saying? I don't really like frat boys like that. But he was just, I don't know, something about him seemed very sweet and genuine. So I liked Colby. Okay. Colby wanted to choose Lauren. Lauren's issue is that she doesn't want kids right now. And Nate wants children. So Nate decided, just like the couple below them, Hunter and Alexis, to propose to Lauren after Hunter proposed to Alexis. Alexis got what she wanted. Alexis was obnoxious. Alexis was mad that Colby didn't want her. She really tried to make it seem like he was the bad guy for vocalizing to her off rip on the second date that he wasn't attracted to her like that. He said it to her. She got her feelings hurt. She walked up to Madeleine and Hunter and said some little shit about how he must be an asshole because my feelings got hurt. And then she stormed away. And then we pop up at this dinner and Hunter decides he wants to propose to Alexis and give her what she wants. Everybody's crying. They're happy. Great. No one has to date either one of them. He's dry. She's giving hard in the face. Yeah, they can go. Then we have Nate proposing to Lauren out of fear that Colby was going to steal his bitch. If there was anybody there that I think he thought could take Lauren from him, it was Colby. Okay. Colby actually seemed to be someone that a lot of the girls, like, were feeling him, vibing with him. Okay. So now, mind y'all, I have not watched all the way up to the reunion show. That's why I'm giving y'all like this synopsis of episodes 1 through 4, so that I can like freely watch the rest without feeling like, oh my God, I'm watching it without you guys. I know, not hard in the face. I don't want to be mean about it because I feel like beauty is in the eye of the beholder, but she has a very structured and square face. And that is attractive to Hunter, and that's attractive to other Caucasian people. But I don't know if I would have tried to fuck her. And that's just my personal opinion as a bisexual woman. Whoever's attracted to Alexis, hey, she's great. Okay? She's great. But for me, it's a nah, no thank you. Okay? That's all. That's it. Just my opinion. It was definitely giving Natalie Nunn. It was definitely giving strong in the chin. It was definitely giving, don't get any kind of competition with her where it requires, strength of the face. Don't do it. She's gonna win. So Lauren was given soft but tatted the fuck up, and I was here for it. Like her hair was given soft, the highlights, the lips, very attractive, very beautiful. Told this man she did not want children. He was there to give her the ultimatum because he wanted children so badly. Fast forward to him deciding to propose to her because Colby was coming after that ass. Okay? Colby was coming after that ass and he was going to get it. And because Nate is so insecure, he thought he was ready for this shit, but in fact, he was not. So he dropped down on one knee right after Hunter did it, took the moment and proposed to Lauren. And April did a 30-minute long monologue on how fucked up that was. And she was annoying, but absolutely right. Everybody is taking a chance here, and you punking out because there's a possibility that your girl might get stolen. When at the end of the day, if your girl can get stolen, she's gonna get stolen, whether it's on the show or off the show. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? What are you guys saying? She would have dropped Hunter like a hot pocket fresh out the microwave if any of those men found her attractive. Agreed. Absolutely. I feel like she would have given up Hunter and his weak chin if Colby was attracted to her. But because Colby gave her that straight up, I'm not attracted to you shit, she felt like she absolutely needed to be as thirsty as possible for Hunter to propose to her. And she acted a fool until he did it. Her and Hunter look older than what they say. Hunter looks 35. Yeah, he doesn't nobody looks in their 20s in that relationship. Colby did not call that lady unattractive. No, he didn't call her unattractive. He said he wasn't attracted to her, which is honestly the same thing, but ultimately it doesn't matter. He doesn't find you attractive. Like, period, point blank. Don't feel bad about it. Listen, this is something that you need to learn in middle school, that everybody is not going to be attracted to you and you need to learn how to take rejection. I learned it at about 9. I'm trying to understand why it is that we're dealing with 20 something year old people that can't deal with someone saying, you're not my type, I'm not physically attracted to you. It doesn't mean you aren't beautiful. It just means my chemistry ain't jiving with yours. And your chemistry should not jive with everybody's chemistry. That's unhealthy. That's called a imbalance in the pH. Okay. He got mad that the black lady didn't want him. April didn't want him, and neither did Madeleine. Who, Hunter? You felt like none of them wanted Hunter? I don't know, because Hunter was giving stability. Like, I feel like everybody else was talking that I want to be financially stable shit, except him. He was the only one that was like, I just don't know if I'm ready for that. Like, if I recall, y'all tell me if I'm wrong or not, but I don't recall the financials of it being the reason why Hunter didn't want to get married. He just didn't know if she was the one. He proposed after telling Madeleine he would choose her. Exactly. That was a stopgap proposal if I ever did see one. Red Rose, exactly. He said he's not personally attracted to her. That just means she's not his type. He didn't call her unattractive flat out. April talks too much. I agree. I'm glad she called them out because you came on here. Why? Okay. April was long winded, but absolutely correct. They have an episode of Snapped in their future. If they get married, they on that BS. She was mad, right? Ugh. Exactly. Listen, it was. It's reading insecure. They look 37 with a little soccer team in the back of their minivan. I think he didn't want her to feel bad by not getting picked. That probably was a part of it as well. It's the fact that she demanded a reason that then got appalled at the answer. Right, because he tried to let her off soft at first and she was like, no, I want to know why. I need to know why. I need to know a reason. And then he told her and she was like, this is bullshit. This is bullshit. There is no way that you're not attracted to me. Miss Girl, there is absolutely a way that he may not be attracted to you. Charge it to the game. She went to the bar and was throwing them drinks back. Girl, listen, I feel like everybody throughout this whole show has been fucked up. Okay. None of them wanted Nate. The black lady didn't want him. April didn't want him. Madeleine didn't want him. When April and Hunter were talking, it looked like he was comforting his daughter. It did. It did. It absolutely did. That's because Alexis thought her being white and blonde was enough since that's what society says. Yeah, but when you're on the show with honestly not only other attractive white women, but you're on the show with preferences, mixed black chicks and Asian women, and then a black girl who is identifiably black, but is extremely petite and attractive and matter of fact, meaning she's not giving ghetto girl in the slightest. Okay. So everybody here is attractive. Like all of the women here are attractive. So you just being blonde and white wasn't going to service you in this setting. It just wasn't. This is Netflix, not the hood, okay? And that's no disrespect to the hood, but the hood is the only place where white people get to feel special for simply being white and amongst people that find them attractive for what? Simply being white. And it was annoying to me during the dinner scene that Nate didn't let anybody talk. Like he was extremely obnoxious throughout the entire conversation. And April ended up cutting him off, which was hilarious to me because it's like, April, you talk a lot and you actually had the audacity to cut somebody off. It was funny. It was absolutely funny. But yes, everybody ended up choosing going into the next episode, who they all wanted to date and everything. But let me also say that I felt like it was weird as fuck the way Lauren jumped to say yes, 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 I'll marry you. Yes, I'll marry you. Like Lauren, you don't want kids though. You don't want kids though. This man wants children and you don't want children. So why are you jumping up to say yes to him as if you were asking him for the ultimatum? Y'all, I don't know what's going on. Word on the curve is some of these relationships are not real. But this situation right here with Lauren and Nate, I was just like, really? 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 Like, let me see. Hold up. Hold up. I'm about to 10 steps back this shit. And we gonna see, if YouTube let me be great. They probably won't. Child. Hopefully y'all will become members of my website and stop putting me through these things. Um, Here it is. Okay, so he gets down on one knee. Boom. Will you stand up? What the fuck is going on, Randall? Alexis is like, you are not stealing my moment. Nick and Vanessa are like, what the fuck is going on? And look, Hunter is like, oh, look at you embarrassing yourself. And she's taking a deep, long breath. Okay. He's proposing. It's giving nervousness. It's giving desperate. Everybody around is like, what the fuck? It's giving, we're all embarrassed for you. It's giving, this hurts to watch. And Lauren is crying like the person that wanted the ring all along. Mind you, Lauren has a nice shape. Like, yes, fucking absolutely yes. Oh my God. Girl, what? Thank you, Shanique. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Shanique. What? Girl, what? Girl, what? Girl, get out of here. Girl, get out of here. I am just looking at this situation like I don't know what's going on, but it feels dumb. Okay? It just it feels dumb. What are you guys saying? Lauren, the with you is silent. I think she would have children with Colby. Ooh, pray for them kids, cause Lauren flip flop faster than a New York minute. They need more black couples. I gave forced and fake as fuck. It absolutely did. It's too much. Very forced and fake. Lauren folded quicker than a jailhouse snitch. Oh, they were color coordinated. Were they now? Was it the plan from the beginning? Is it all games? We don't know. But let's continue on, shall we? So they got engaged. No one believes it. No one believes it at all. It's embarrassing. And now April and Colby are forced to be with each other because they don't have any other options now that the other two couples have backed out. And April was extremely bothered and went on for a very long time. And I appreciated Jake telling Nate to shut the fuck up and let her have the moment because ultimately, why are you even here? And Lauren, if you want us to pretend like that proposal was like something real that we all should respect, girl down and yeah, right. Okay. But and yeah, right. But here's the couples that we end up with. Okay. We end up with Shanique and Zay, which we knew we were going to end up with. We end up with Randall and Madeleine. And listen, we saw Madeleine give him the I want to fuck a black boy before I die eyes. So ultimately, she has fetishized him into thinking he's going to be some amazing thug lover when all of the black girls, and I'm asking Shanique what's going on because we're questioning whether he's 100% into women because he doesn't seem to be physically into either of them like that, and he has a bit of a feminine-ness that would make me ask him if maybe his issue connecting was more so about the fact that maybe he didn't really want to be with a woman, and that's only because of the way he seemed to withdraw and deflect. So they were talking throughout these episodes, episodes 4 and 5, about Randall getting a hard on in the bed with Madeleine. Madeleine was so excited to tell our girl Shanique about that. Like you can tell she was like, oh my God, I don't understand why he doesn't want to be with you. Is it because like black girls are just like that and I'm a white girl, so I'm like this, and so he wants to be with me because I'm like a white girl? Like that's what it was giving when they were having that conversation, but we're gonna get to it. Yeah, he's probably bi because I think he's absolutely still having a physical sexual reaction to the beautiful women that he's around. But I also feel like there's a part of him that is withholding. And when he got into that argument with Madeleine, I felt like he was trying to make her upset so he wouldn't have to have sex with her because she was trying to put that pussy on him. It was the last night she wanted to put that pussy on him, but he wanted to remind her how the real, dude that she loves was slop and spit with another person. Like everybody told on the partner for whatever reason they told on the person for. But for me, it felt like with Randall completely ran it home that Madeleine's old man Colby was out here making out with everybody. Like she, I'm sorry, not that Colby was making out with everybody. Madeleine was trying to run it home with Shanique that um that she and Randall were having vibes, that she and Randall kissed, and Randall got a hard on for her. I'm sorry. Y'all know I've been drinking tequila, so it might take me a moment to get to the names because they've been flip flopping, so it's a little confusing sometimes. But y'all know what I'm saying. Like it was terrible, and I feel like ultimately Randall turned around and threw. Honestly, I feel like he probably did that for two reasons. He probably did that shit because she went back and told Shanique what they did and he felt the way. So he wanted to hurt her feelings when she wanted the dick. And I also feel like he wanted to find a reason to not give her the dick. Randall gave her the Martin skirt real quick. I mean, he absolutely dodged the shit out of her. Did y'all see when she ran to go jump on the bed and he was like, girl, that's not what I'm here for. Girl, I heard your old man say that he was making our bitches. I don't know. I know you don't want to hear that, but listen, your old man was making our bitches. Listen. I know you don't want to hear that. I know it hurt, girl. But your man, Your man was making out with bitches. Like that's how Randall was acting. Like I was like, girl, Randall do not want to fuck you. Like that's what's going on here. Randall is like, stop in the name of love. I do not want to fuck you, girl. Like I just don't. And when I look at Shanique, I don't know why, but Shanique comes off like y'all remember Michaela on the first couple of seasons of How to Get Away with Murder and how her old man was bisexual or gay or whatever. That's what it's giving. It's giving Michaela from the first few seasons again How to Get Away with Murder. Y'all gonna be mad at me, but I'm eating a little bit of chicken tender right now. I'm sorry. I've been drinking. I told y'all I was drunk in the Discord and y'all told me to still come. So we here. So we here. Okay. But hold up. I ain't gonna do y'all dirty like that. Hold up. Why my mouth's not working? Okay. So I'm about to move on to episode 4, but before I leave episode 3, I want to say that I feel like Shanique wanted Zay to try to fuck her in them little shorts. Cause her little booty cheeks was out. And I was like, really? That's what you gonna sleep? That's what you gonna sleep in, girl? What's your booty cheeks out? With this old tall nigga with 2 nose rings that ain't have no parents really in his life like that? Girl, he gonna snatch your soul. Like, don't do that to yourself. I hope she ain't fucking because I feel like if she had fucked him, she was gonna add herself to his roster. He looked like the type that know how to fuck but don't know how to do nothing else. Don't know how to talk. Don't know how to build nothing. Maybe know how to run into people. Look like maybe an ex football, basketball player type nigga. Brain ain't going all the way up to the top floor though. But either way, y'all, let's go ahead and move on to episode 4. But hold up, because Lyric didn't spill something on the floor, y'all. I'm sorry. Give me a second. Okay, so now that Lyric is done vacuuming up what he spilled. You mad. Anyway, he not drunk. He not drunk. He just knocked something over. It's okay. It's an accident. So y'all, episode 4 of the Ultimatum. Jake and Ray talk about Zay being in the nightlife and women flirting on social media. And y'all, Ray always looks like she's like on pins and needles. Shoulders up to her ears, just looking so uncomfortable and insecure. Even though she's so beautiful, it's giving wounded baby bird all day, every day. Jake says if she keeps being upset about the same things, it's not worth it. And then they kiss and they make out, and it seemed like she initiated the kiss. And it seemed like there's some fire and desire behind the kiss. Okay. So then they go and meet her dad, who is from Louisiana. And you could tell because Louisiana men have this certain air about themselves when they have their shit together that they can just talk to you any old kind of way. They don't give a fuck. Um, the daddy is a NASCAR driver. No bullshit. Don't like Zay. Basically, let it be known. Okay, I don't like the previous nigga. He played with my daughter emotions, and I feel like she can do better. You could tell that daddy really don't like Z. Um, he tells her to assess things like a car. Don't wait for shit to hit the fan before she responds, which I feel like is great advice. And I don't know what, Ray going through, but they say that Ray is really bisexual and broke up with her girlfriend before the show to come on here. That's what they say. I don't know if that's true or not, girl, but that's what they saying out there in the streets. Okay. Ray looks sad all the time. I don't know if it's real good acting or what. But the girl looks sad. She be looking like, wounded baby bird. Like I said, somebody left her destitute or something like that, somewhere starving, cold, thirsty, depleted, left up for dead. Okay. So the daddy likes Jake more than Zay. They meet his mom, they meet Jake's mom. And y'all, I don't know what was going on with Jake's mom, but his mom loves April, and this whole situation seems to be extremely difficult for her because she kept talking about how amazing April was. Like on and on and on and on. April is independent. She's smart. She helps him, gather himself and all of this shit. All for Jake to turn around and tell Ray that his mom felt like she was the type of woman that he should be with. That is not what his mom said at all. I was so confused. I don't know why he lied to Ray like that, but it was bothersome to me when I noticed it. Let me see what y'all saying. Rachel was very confused about what she wanted. Her daddy definitely doesn't like Zay. He wasn't that cute to me, to be honest. Zay has beautiful lips. Don't I cringe when he talks? Oh, is that me? No, he needs to go and get help with his speech, because I feel like a lot of his anger and angst comes from the frustration of not being able to communicate effectively. And if he would go and get a therapist for that, that may help him. And that way he can communicate and not get so upset. The idea that men are allowed to lose their cool just because they can't control their emotions is ridiculous. Be an adult. Every time Ray on the screen, I get a rush of sadness. Child, you ain't the only one. When Ray's dad says they met him with his pants sagging, yikes. I think April is similar to the mom. Jake mama low key gave Ray wasn't good enough for her son. The mama loves April. She was still talking to April throughout the entire situation. Ray's daddy was fine as fuck. Jake lied to Ray in hopes of making her want him more. He's weird. I'm in Austin and I swear I ran into these people, Jake especially. Ray's daddy had that sexy air of confidence. He cannot regulate his emotions. No, he can't. And I feel like grown men should know how to regulate their emotions. I know a lot of other grown men don't think that they should be able to do that. And that's why you niggas end up in jail. So, argue with your mammy. Anyway, so dad talks about Zay taking some lame ass pictures and putting them on social media, him touching his chest and shit. That shit was funny to me. And then the sagging of the pants. He likes Jake more than Zay. I say that shit. Okay, so they met his mom. They met his mom. His mom didn't like her. His mom was going on and on about how much she loved April. She asked to talk to Jake privately, told him that. He turned around, lied to Ray about it. What else? Okay, Madeleine and Randall. She says that she's not thinking about Colby and Shanique. Randall is absolutely thinking about Shanique. So he says, and whatever she may be doing with Zay, um, he meets her friends. And it's giving all of us fetishized black men. All of Madeline's friends were like, oh my God, he looks like he would be, such a memorable lover. And I was kind of like, so y'all are assuming that Randall gonna tell the pussy up because he's a black man, correct? Yeah, you're fetishizing him and you're telling her you ain't gotta marry him, but you're in this process. So you might as well go ahead and let him set a pussy up, because we all want to fuck vicariously through our homegirls that get the meat from the nice looking black men. Okay, like that's basically what the vibe was given. Randall, um, Randall just kind of sat there like a deer caught in headlights trying to keep up with the shit. Madeline talks about not being ready for kids yet, but wanting that with the right person. She wants some more heat and passion from Randall. And this is one of the reasons why I felt like Randall may not necessarily be sure about what his sexuality may be, because there seems to be an overall emotional withdrawal from him concerning both of the women he was in this process with, Madeleine and Shanique. But I feel like he low key, I think, was using stereotypical tropes to make Shanique feel bad in order to keep from having to be as affectionate as he should be in the relationship. I think his unwillingness to marry her is more so about that than it is about her. And he was making it about her, about how she doesn't communicate well, how she's so angry. Yeah, she's childish. She absolutely had moments this episode that we will get into that I felt like, girl, what are you doing? But ultimately, I feel like he uses her negatives as a way to excuse him not fully wanting to be in this relationship with her. And she wants marriage, yeah. But I also feel like a part of him is just with her, like waiting his time. So like, because she's now rushing for marriage, it's like, oh no, now I don't want this, you know what I'm saying? But as long as she's not asking for marriage and y'all are just in a relationship and she's your beautiful girlfriend that makes you look good to people and all of that, and I feel like he was definitely okay with things the way they were, because it didn't force him to make a decision. Not really. Okay, y'all give me a second. They were absolutely talking about how one of the homegirls fucked Colby too. So yeah, I don't trust Madeline and her homegirls. Like they gonna open some teaspoons and you know get you niggas into the sunken place. Like that's what it feels like with Madeline and her homegirls. I don't know if it was just me. But anyway, Randall initially said Shanique's excessive spending habits is what gave him pause to marry her. And that's funny because throughout this entire process, we never heard one about the spending shit. Like to me, episodes 3, like 4, 5, it was all about her not being a listener. And that's what makes me feel like he keeps moving the goalposts. There are rumors that Shanique and Randall did this for clout. I heard that about and Ray and Zay. That's what I heard about them. Child, at this point, it could be anybody. Shanique and Zay. He misses having sex with Ray all the time. I heard they was fucking throughout this whole process. That's what they said. But Shanique and Zay eventually worked their way into sleeping in the bed together. He was sleeping on top of the covers. So like we're supposed to think that Zay and Shanique haven't had sex. Um, I'm gonna assume they didn't have sex because Shanique said they didn't have sex, and that she said it was hard not to have sex. So I was like, okay, so y'all probably didn't have sex. They tell her family about the ultimatum, and her mom feels like it doesn't reflect good on Randall because it makes it seem as if Randall can't see how good her daughter is and how, lucky he is to have her in the first place. I feel like everybody is too young to be trying to get married. All of you 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. Like to me, 27, 28, 29, those are the years that most people are ready to enter in marriage, even though I feel like nobody is ever really ready to enter marriage. Um, because I feel like you never know what it's going to be on the other end of it, because getting married changes things in some ways. Sometimes it's for the better, sometimes it's for the negative. But for me, I feel like everybody is rushing to get married because they think that's what they're supposed to do. And I think that's stupid. I would much rather see these young people focusing on themselves and what they want to do with their lives and what makes them happy and creating healthy habits and, dating people to see what they like versus trying to give other young people ultimatums about forcing themselves into a lifelong commitment that they're going to end up getting disappointed in because you started the marriage off with a fucking ultimatum. I do feel like sometimes you need to let Nick, you need to let people know what it is. Like, this is what I want at this point. If you're not going to provide this, if you're not ready for this, it's time to move on. I absolutely agree that there's a point in time where you have to let people know you are no longer dating them just to be dating them, and there is a overall end game that you are wanting here. Okay, that's realistic. However, 20 something year old people, I feel like everybody for the most part is under 26 years old. And I feel like that's too young for everybody to be trying to force each other into marriage. In my opinion, as someone that got married at 20, what was I, 27, 28? Yeah. And I feel like you still ain't really married like that, but getting married at 22, 23, 24, 25, yeah, no. I don't know if that would have been the thing to do, especially if I wasn't already like, I don't know how long everybody has been together, but shit, I was with Lyric for like 5 or 6 years by that time. So that's when it was just kind of like, okay, so what we doing? Not because I cared that much about marriage, but because I'm not about to be no 10-year girlfriend. Like that just wasn't what I was going to do. Now, if anybody else feels comfortable doing that because marriage isn't what they want, then great. But I grew up feeling like you're wasting your time if you are in a long-term relationship with somebody that doesn't want to fully commit to you. That is how I was raised, okay? So for me, I'm just looking at everybody like I wish y'all would just take a step back and focus more on yourselves, because you can force someone to marry you, but that doesn't mean you're going to have a good marriage. It doesn't mean that you have what it takes to make it through the difficult times or the difficult spaces that you're going to be in long-term relationships, let alone long-term marriages, okay? Most of them have been together for like 2 years. Yeah, like April and Jake had only really been together for 1 year because he was in the military the prior year. So 2 years altogether. I was like, yeah, no, y'all are tripping. Y'all are tripping. Y'all are doing too much. It's too early for me. And I feel like instead of rushing somebody into marrying you, you need to figure out what else can fill the hole, because to me you're trying to fill a hole, and I would like for you to find a healthy way as a woman that has something to do with you and you alone as a way to deal with whatever hole that you are trying to fill. But the idea that marriage to someone that isn't ready for marriage is supposed to fill this hole inside of yourself, no, it's not. Figure something else out. Marriage should only happen when the relationship, to me, is so solidified that you feel like you ain't going nowhere. So what we doing? Like that's really how I feel. It should really feel like because you want to do the big things with this person and not for any other reason. Like, and to me, a lot of them want to be married because that's what they feel like they should be doing. That's what they feel like looks good on the resume at this age. You know? But it's y'all gonna end up getting divorced anyway. So Zay, when they sit down and talk to her family about the ultimatum, child, I'm getting shit all over my computer. Um, what is this? This oil, girl. What is this? Oh my god. Anyway, they tell her family about the ultimatum, and her mom feels like it doesn't reflect good on Randall that he can't recognize how special she is. Then Zay talks about not being ready for marriage with Ray because he financially isn't stable. Y'all, all y'all niggas say that. That's a cop out. That's a cop out, because a lot of the time y'all know good and goddamn well the women that want to marry y'all know y'all ain't got no money. So if they want to marry y'all, don't talk to us about stability. And honestly, a lot of y'all are wasting time. A lot of you men out there, you young men, when y'all say y'all are in long-term relationships with women requiring loyalty and telling those women that you're not ready to get married because you're not financially stable, to me, that's a cop out. Get financially stable. Get it. Don't give me an excuse about why you're not committing to me in the way that I'm ready to be committed to as a financial excuse, when you know good and goddamn well that if you're with a woman and you don't have money like that and she still wants to marry you, that's not the reason to not marry her. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, um he said that his parents weren't there for him, and his siblings and him had to go and get jugs and fill them up with water from the neighbor's backyard because their parents weren't ever there. So to me, it sounds like they come from a family of drug addicts. For you to have both parents alive, moving around, no contact, and you have siblings. Yeah, that sounds like my parents were on drugs, might still be on drugs, and didn't give a fuck about, whether their kids were being taken care of because they were getting high. That's what it sounds like to me. but I could be wrong. But Shanique's aunt, I believe, or grandmother, child, one of the women in her family asked if he ever considers reaching out. And he says they don't consider reaching out to me. So why should I consider reaching out to them? Zay is so volatile. It makes me feel like it's because he has not dealt with the rejection of his people not wanting to be in his life. The way he talked about it, the way he had to hold back tears, like he was laughing, but it was like laughing to keep from crying type of situation. It made me feel sad for him, but it also made me be aware that a man with that type of emotional pain probably isn't going to be able to give any woman what she needs in a relationship until he figures his own shit out, which is why people need to be focusing on themselves at this age. They need to adjust the age requirements on these married type shows, 28 years old and up. I agree. Yeah, I don't think there's a set time for dating. However, I do believe when you know, you know. Sometimes each party gets there at different times, but both need to be there. Absolutely. Alexis is insufferable. I got married at 23, and had I known better, I would have gotten married. I wouldn't have gotten married until like 4 or 5 years ago, or not at all. Ray stated that Ray stated that's how she felt. She thought if she wasn't married by a certain age, she was a failure. But that changed during the show. I'm so glad. I'm so glad that that taught her that. Bondi, you should watch and review Love is Blind season 2 if you haven't already. That was a gag as well. I feel like I watched and forgot already. Tanisha Dion Alexis looks like she was 27 years ago. Y'all gonna go to hell. I was with mine for almost 4 years, and after we had our daughter and finally moved in together, I saw no progress and bounced. We co-parent well, but I swallowed my pride and realized that wasn't it. And I'm glad you did that, my good girl. Good for you. Maybe Zay was a crack baby that would explain some things. Yeah, that's what I said too. He needs some deep reflection for sure. Couch and a box of Kleenex. Stop. Stop. Zay needs therapy. They should be in their early 30s. They really should, because I feel like I don't care what anybody say, physically and mentally, something happens when you enter into your 30s that you are now more aware. Like, to me, in my experience, and in the experience of most of the women that I know, entering into their 30s is a new level of knowing yourself as a woman, what you want and what you need from a partner. And so I feel like most women shouldn't get married until they're in their late 20s, early 30s, because they are more so solidified in who they are as women by the time they get to that age. Mentally, and hopefully, emotionally, not all the time, but for me, I feel like I just had a understanding and awakening in my late 20s and early 30s over, the course of time. So for me, it's just a better age to make those types of long-term decisions than in your early 20s where your brain isn't fully formed yet. I'm gonna just keep saying that because like people be forgetting that shit. They be requiring young people to have so much wherewithal. And it's like, motherfucker, their brain isn't even formed yet. Why are you expecting all of this? Stop it. Lower your expectations. Okay. Colby and April, they like each other, but they're still bumping heads. He cooks for her. He talks about Madeleine. She says that she is leaving if he keeps talking about Madeleine. They're laughing, but there's an air of truth to that. She doesn't care what Jake has going on because she sees he is fully enthralled in this process with Ray. So she's trying to fully enthrall herself in this process with Colby, and she wish he would allow her to do that without, the constant conversation about the exes. So the girls meet up and talk about the things that have happened thus far with the men. And Shanique says that Zay got hard in the bed with her, and it was an ego boost for sure, but it was hard for her to share that with Ray. She also thinks that he is growing feelings for her, but she didn't say that part. The guys are also meeting up, and Zay talks about well, basically, Zay and Colby got into it because Colby said that he made out with a girl, but it was because Zay sent the girl over to him to kiss him. Y'all, let me know if y'all believe Zay or y'all believe Colby, because it was something about the way Zay responded that made me feel like he did do that shit. Zay sometimes feels like an agent of chaos. And if him and Colby were and another thing is like, if you and Colby have went out alone, why are you sitting up here acting like, you can't see the similarities in you guys' personalities? But either way, basically, Colby said that Zay sent the girl to kiss him. And everybody else must have felt like Colby was on bullshit. I don't know. Y'all tell me. I like Colby and April together. It's kind of like slow build, and I like it. I agree. I had to think about my life goals by 28 because I was starting to get to a place of just wanting more for myself. Uh-huh. Lauren called out Netflix for reporting her age is 26 when she's really 30. Okay, respect. Um, Zay probably did it. I believe a tad bit of both. I feel like Colby is very messy though. Colby is a manipulator. I believe Zay because Colby is a liar. Someone said Randall was being a good Judy. Randall was definitely pretending to be a good Judy, but using that to get Madeleine out of the mindset of fucking him. Even though I did feel like, Colby, why are you bringing this up? Like, it just felt out of place and stupid. But I still felt like the way Zay reacted, it just kind of made me feel like there might have been some truth to it. Shanique reminds me of Dawn from Danity Kane. She does, like the original face. Yeah, for sure. Um, so yeah, Colby and Zay just kind of end up letting the topic go. Colby diffused it. Zay was doing a lot, I'm about to punch him, I'm about to beat his ass. Like, okay, dude, calm down. April inquired on what happened with Ray and Jake, and April misses Jake. She misses him cleaning up after her. Like, she's the one vocalizing how she has definitely appreciated Jake now that she's been with Colby. You know what I'm saying? But the way I looked at it, shit, Colby was cooking and cleaning up after your raggedy ass too. No disrespect, but she just seemed like whatever man she's with, they're going to have to be the more clean cooking type of man because April seems too all over the place for that. Whatever April makes money at, that's the area she's probably good in. Babe, bring me a napkin. So, April talks about how she and Jake have unprotected sex, even though he says he doesn't want kids right now, which is so irresponsible and weird. I don't know what's wrong with men. Like, I've had that conversation with many a men that for some, and I've not only had that conversation, but heard men say that they really do feel like they should be able to have sex without condoms and not expect pregnancy. It's the weirdest thing. It's like, do you understand that scientifically, if you have unprotected sex with a woman, she may possibly get pregnant? What is confusing about that? Like, why are you actively having open womb sex with this woman if you don't want to commit to her in this way? And then probably whispering in her ear you want her to have a baby on some Jody baby boy shit. Okay. Now we know April has fertility issues, but still, like, especially because didn't Ray say that Jake told her that they could have unprotected sex too? I was like, Jake, what the fuck is with you, like, whipping your dick out without protection constantly as if STDs aren't a thing? Like, what is going on with Jake? Like, that's some creep nigga shit for you to constantly want to have sex unprotected. And these girls just be saying that shit like that's cool, like that's normal. I think the fuck not. Y'all are on a fucking dating show. Like, y'all don't even know each other like that. And you really out here like, yeah, I'm a forego that condom shit. I think that's weird. I think that's weird. And I'm just gonna go ahead and keep it a buck. Give me a second, y'all. Okay, yeah, I'm back. Hold up. Sorry, y'all. They're thirsty. Sorry. Okay. What y'all said? I trust a man that's wanting to run up at anybody all willy nilly unprotected. I don't trust men. Right. Like he can just give you any old STD, any old bump on the dick. Mm-mm. Bondi, they are basically saying they want to take care of the fertility situation. Yeah, I think that's irresponsible. I love when Lyric walks in and baby mother lights up. Always. Always. All right, y'all. So what else is going on? Okay, so Zay and Jake talk. He says Ray is the perfect girl. It's bullshit. He's taking her for granted, talking about Zay. Zay is taking Ray for granted. And Shanique tells Ray that Zay says she doesn't communicate her feelings, which she doesn't. She often shuts down, but it's because he gets volatile. Madeline points out that her not communicating out of fear is a problem. So if you can't communicate with Zay right now, don't consider marrying him because you're really not going to be able to communicate with him once y'all are married. I actually agreed with Madeline when she said that shit, if we are to assume this relationship is real. But she would like for him to be less reactive because he be doing too much. Randall talks about how great Madeline is and how Shanique isn't that great of a listener. And then he admits that he kissed Madeline to the group. Colby asks what the kiss meant. And Randall says it was when they were both very, vulnerable. They were having a vulnerable moment. Madeline, girl, when I tell y'all it would have took everything in me not to throw a drink in this girl's face, the way she was rubbing it in, she was rubbing it in like she was masturbating. It's like, bitch, it's not your clitoris. Stop rubbing it in. Stop it. Let it go. She kept telling Shanique over and over again that Randall kissed her, that Randall had a boner, that he kissed her off camera. He was very intentional about the way he handled her. I don't know why he isn't, trying to move in with you. I don't know why he isn't trying to live with you. Girl, you want somebody to smack the dog shit out of yo. And y'all know I don't promote violence. I honestly don't like for things to get physical. I don't, I've never been. But I do feel like Madeline was asking for a love and hip hop drink in her face, like a straight up tequila on rocks, all in Becky's eyesight, like all in your peripherals, bitch, in your frontals, all of it, okay, in your edges, in the tips of your little bob, like all of it, okay, dripping wet, thirsty, alcohol. You got to go home and change clothes now because you smell like alcohol. Like you can't even stay here now that I've drenched you with this drink. That's what it needed to be on because Madeline, I felt like, was not only trying to rub it in Shanique's face, it was some like white girl, black girl competition shit. Whereas, oh, look, I'm gonna take your black man. Like, bitch, you on TikTok, you see what the girls is talking about. So you knew what the fuck you was doing. Kept asking that girl why he didn't want to be with her. Girl, really? Really? And then gonna tell Ray she don't give a fuck about how Shanique feel. That's why Shanique shouldn't have gave a fuck about throwing a drink in your face. She was mad drunk and so proud. Some women think it's the 50s. Gotta go to college and then get married and have a baby before 25. That's a lot, fam. Haven't lived enough to explore what you like and don't like. And y'all gotta stop giving these niggas like a pass to not be good at sex. Because if you ask me, marrying a young girl a lot of the times means she doesn't know what she's getting. It means you can have lackadaisical dick. These clear girls be doing the most. And then they be out here acting like the black girls be having all of the criteria. Like, okay, girl, we the first ones to act like you niggas being broke is okay because of racism. But child, a white girl will walk straight up to you and say you got to make six figures in order to even smell this pussy. And y'all will take it and run with it. I told you I wanted to clothesline Madeline. And now I understand, Keisha. I'm there with you. She was better than me because I would have read her down. Madeline was ready to leave Colby soon as she seen Randall on the first date. She was ready to be with Shanique, man. Did y'all see the way she pulled her shorts off at the pool? I was like, bitch, stop. You was not about to put your pussy in this man's face on the first day. But she did. It was in a bathing suit, but it was still pussy at eye level. Let me take these shorts off, even though I'm not actually getting in the water. She could have sat down in them shorts. I don't know why she had to take her shorts off. because she wanted to take them shorts off, put that pussy in that man's face without putting that pussy in that man's face. She wanted to put it in his face, but not on his nose. Madeleine was beyond playing in Shanique's face, and she was. And she was. And Shanique had to keep up composure as a black lady, even though she knew very well what that white lady was trying to do in the moment, which was basically compare them. Like, why is it that he's not happy with you? He seems to be happy with me. And it's like, yeah, bitch, give it a moment. Give it a minute, give it a moment, give it a second. Okay, because your own dude is henpecked for their God. The fact that he's begging you to marry him just proves that something is wrong with him and not that you're that great. Okay? Okay, so calm down. Moving on to episode 5. Jake and Ray cuddle in a bed and talk about how uncomfortable it is to hear what their people are doing with the other people. It's uncomfortable, but they're gonna make out below the bottle of Jack Daniels and the container of gummy worms. Okay. Zay and Shanique talk about what happened as well. And he says that Colby was running his mouth and he had to tell the truth. Colby was trying to blame him for making out with a girl, but that wasn't on him. And then Randall said that he kissed Madeline. And from then on, the conversation just kind of went downhill. Y'all, I didn't understand why he had to throw it out there that Randall said he kissed Madeline. I mean, the producers must be instructing them at this point because it just didn't make sense to me. It felt like he was trying to like low key rub it in her face a little bit, especially because the next sentence was that Ray and Jake had their moment as well, and he proceeded to pretend as if he didn't care about that. And then Shanique started making faces like, yeah, whatever, nigga. And he got mad and was like, cause you making fucking faces. And she was like, hold the fuck up. Who you talking to? I don't know why you talking to me like that, but not today, not tomorrow, not ever, my love. I ain't Ray. You ain't gonna have me walking around here looking sad and depleted and dehydrated and scared and shoulders up to my motherfucking ears. It ain't gonna be me, sir. Okay? They got into a heated argument about it. He felt like she was talking to him bad because she checked him about getting loud with her. I feel like he need to learn how to communicate better. Go get a speech therapist so you can get that together. It's obvious that when you don't know how to communicate your feelings, you get frustrated and overreact. And because you are big as a motherfucker, like, the fucking non-jolly green giant, nigga, you're long and lanky and it's giving solid. It's not giving skinny. It's not giving JJ. Okay. It's not giving that at all. It's giving, bless you. It's giving, what was the monsters called on the first, bless you, on the first Space Jam? Monstars, nigga, it's giving the blue Monstar. That's what it's giving. It's giving Zeke. There's no hoe in my blood. Big and dumb. Okay, that's no disrespect, but that's what it's giving. Okay, it's giving you don't have a lot of brain power because your body's so big. Like that's low key what it's giving. Okay, so at the end of the day, I need for you to calm all the way the fuck down because you too big to be talking to that lady, with that type of energy because she was making faces. I like the fact that she was telling him, like, real talk. It don't make sense for me to change my facial expressions because you're uncomfortable. Like, figure it out. Get control of yourself. He ended up leaving. When he came back, she was packing up her bag to go. And he came in there crying and apologizing like you all abusive ass fuck niggas do. Y'all act wild with a woman and then won't come and cry and beg for her forgiveness. I guess. She was like, it's okay. It's not. It's not. Y'all gonna learn to stop saying shit okay when it's not. Y'all, I've been learning not to say okay just in everyday life. Let somebody inconvenience me and they apologize. I try to not say it's okay because it's not okay. It is what it is, but it's not okay. Okay, bitch, I am not Whitney. It's not right and it's not okay. I'm not about to agree to that just so we can get past this moment. Let it be uncomfortable because it should be uncomfortable for you. Madeline is forcing herself on Randall. He doesn't want to do stuff on camera. And when Randall tries to tell her about what happened, about her dude and how he was getting, busy and doing whatever he was doing with the girl down to the bar and all of that, Colby, she didn't want to hear it. And Randall was like, I know you don't want to hear this, but like, I have to tell you this. Like, just listen. Like, and she was like, but I don't want to hear it. And he was like, well, this is the same problem that you're having with Colby. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't listen. You know what I mean? And I'm trying to talk to you. I'm trying to tell you something. And she didn't want to listen. And then she started to cry and she got upset. And he was like, there's no reason for you to get upset that your old man is like over there making out with people. There's like no reason. And it's like, Randall, what the fuck are you even talking about? I was looking at Randall like, I don't know how you expect for me to think that you wasn't just trying to get this girl off your dick because she was on your dick. Like I really feel like Randall would not let up. He would not let her walk away. He would not let her not hear it. He told her that he told her that Colby kissed that girl at least 4 times. At least 4 times. It's like you don't have to keep saying it. She heard it the first time. Why are we still talking about it? Like, what the fuck? I definitely think they're too young. April not doing nothing. She wants Jake, and that's what I'm talking. Okay. Zay definitely needs therapy and maybe anger management. I liked him, but the way he got so mad at Shanique making a face for 2 seconds was weird. It was. Yeah, I can't do aggressive men like that. Take that ish down, especially when you that size, nigga. I'm not about to do this with you. Fuck. Like you don't understand. I'm scared. This is making me scared. Stab, stab. They've been calling that nigga Zeke on the internet because he do look like Zeke. That nigga got two different. Not only does he have two nose rings, he has two different nose rings. There's no hole in his blood. I swear I hear Lyric laughing at you in the background. He is. Yay! What a treat. I love y'all. Thank you for this. No problem. You know what I'm saying? No last minute situation. Every last one of them said that. Say what, boo? She basically said, okay, and Randall, the fuck, why you keep saying it? Like toxic behavior. I wanted to stop watching when he followed her down the hall. He really wanted her to hear it. I was like, in the way he was walking behind her, his mannerisms and the physicality of his body, I was like, he just don't want to fuck her. She said Shanique needed to hear it. So she should have heard her man was kissing. Oh, and that's what I was saying, y'all. I felt like he partially wanted to throw her off of him, but he also wanted to get back at her for telling if it I don't know, did he do it before or after? No, he hasn't talked to Shanique yet. He hasn't talked to Shanique yet. Okay. Because at first I was wondering if he was telling on her or telling her everything to make her feel bad because she told Shanique what she told Shanique. But he hadn't talked to Shanique yet. So I don't know if he knew that Shanique knew what she had told Shanique. I don't even watch this show. I'm just here for the cocktails and camaraderie. Yes, be here for the cocktails and camaraderie. Okay, so moving on from there. Look, I'm about to get this another shot. April and Colby, 2 weeks in. April is sick and Colby is taking great care of her. She says that's what husband material looks like. They play polo and they talk about the unknown. Their situation seems like more of a friendship to me than anybody else's. Then we see them playing checkers and talking, and Colby says he's learned to listen with April. It's the last night. They seem to have made a connection, and then they make out in a bed, and it was hot. It was hot. It was hot as fuck to me. Madeleine, no AI or E, was dying to jump Randall's bones. Her friends confirmed my suspicions. I wonder why her family wasn't on there. Then again, probably racism. That's what I was thinking. That was cringe. Randall twisted that high butt and his knock knees down the hall. It was. I was like, ooh, Randall. Randall. Ooh. It's given I like boys too. You know, like not all boys, and not in a bad way. But it's given that's the reason why I'm not giving what need to be gave when it comes to these women. Cause I want other things. Cause I need other things. Okay. But April and Colby kissing in the bed, that was some sexy shit. Ray tells Jake that she wants to have sex 4 to 8 times a week. She wants to have sex every day. I say, what type of pussy you got? Like, y'all don't get me wrong. Like, there are times when I be on some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you'll get maybe 5 days, 4 or 5 days. You know what I'm saying? Out the week. But just like the Lord, this vagina needs to rest on some Sundays. You know what I'm saying? On it don't have to be a Sunday, but it need to rest. Okay, because ain't nobody gonna be out here leaking down these thighs all day because you out here trying to get the pussy every day. Like, no, I don't know what grown women be out here walking around, gushing all over the place all day, every day. Like, I don't know what y'all going through, but Ray, that sounds like an issue to me. But I'm gonna let it go. Um, who don't you don't need a break? You don't need a break? Look, I need a break. I don't know what Zay was over there doing, but I need a break over here. Yes, that kiss was hot and it felt organic, unlike most. Right? She don't like her body. Let it breathe. Look, that's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like you be having to let that shit air out. Okay, get back to its normal area. Okay, not an issue. Really? That's not an issue for y'all. Y'all don't be gushy. Okay, I guess. I don't know. I guess that may be a me problem. I'm not gonna feel like nothing wrong with me, bitch. She thinks Randall is initiating things. Okay, so Shanique and Zay talk, and she gets upset when he doesn't think that she and Randall are going to walk away from this together. And I'm like, girl, you requiring way too much brain power from that nigga. Stop being so insecure, okay? She was being insecure in that moment, expecting Zay to say that her and her dude was gonna walk away from this situation. That was just weird to me. Um, he feels like everyone else is using this as a cheat free pass. Well, I guess when you cheat already in a relationship, you don't have to use this show for a cheat free pass. Huh, Zay? Shut up. She thinks Randall is initiating things with Madeleine, therefore he should be fine with what she wants to do with Zay. And then later on, when they was in the bed, girl, I don't know what they was doing, but they was rolling around. Y'all let me know, what do y'all think Zay and Shanique was doing under them covers? Because it didn't seem like fucking. I felt like it was some hand movements. Y'all tell me. What y'all think? I'm curious. I think it was a handy. Okay. It wasn't tussling. It didn't seem like I didn't see no humping movements. I didn't see no ass shaking. They said it was a handy. Did she give him a handy, or he did give, or they give each other one? Because I'm gonna tell you something right now. I am tired of women doing unreciprocatory sex acts. Get the fuck out of here, nigga. She was grabbing that thing. I know that much. You really want to know? They address it at the reunion. Okay, here. I asked. So I really did want to know. You got to tell me about what happened all down to the reunion, but you could tell me if they had said what it was, but it looked like it was some hand situation. Somebody handsy. I don't think they went all the way. Okay, okay. I got y'all. We good. Let's move along. Um, Madeline and Randall talked about how she needed more from him physically, and he says it takes more time for him to open up. She feels like this is the last night, and this was the first time she felt like he was pursuing her, and they actually made out and kissed. And honestly, that was the first time it felt like he was, feeling a sexual vibe towards her as well. And I couldn't tell whether it was because he was feeling her or because he was drunk. It honestly felt like it was more so because he was drunk. Zay and Shanique have their last night, and he feels like he's going to miss her. She's such a great girl. He's learned so much. All bullshit. Apparently, they had good times together. We missed it. They hug and they kiss, and they hug and they kiss. I ain't gonna lie. I was like, she. I think everybody who wants to fuck the other person should fuck the other person before they leave, because this is the last night before they go back to their original partner for the remainder of the 3 weeks. So I feel like at this point, everybody should just go back. Should just go to whatever the person they with now. If they want to fuck them, and fuck them. If Shanique and Zay want to fuck, they should fuck. If Colby and everyone fuck, they should fuck. If Madeline and Jake want to fuck, they should fuck. Okay, well, Madeline and Randall, if they want to fuck, they should fuck. Okay, if Jake and Ray want to fuck, they should fuck. I think they should, because that's the rule. This is what y'all. And honestly, I feel like that's the only way to really know if y'all are not feeling the other person if things get physical. Even though I feel like physical things can cloud your judgment, I also feel like it can also show you some things you may need to see, or make you understand some things you need to understand. Like maybe you have great sex, but because you have great sex all the time, you don't value it like that. Go have sex with somebody that don't know what the fuck they doing and watch you miss your nigga. You see what I'm saying? Versus, you know what I'm saying? Your nigga not knowing what he doing and going get with somebody that do know what they doing, and then I'll pray for you. But that's always an option as well. Megan better not the Alex Rogers speak. What? I don't know what that means. I thought they should have two. Y'all young and ain't nobody married, clearly. And that's what I'm saying. Stop. I keep telling y'all gonna learn one day to stop putting married situations on boyfriend, girlfriend relationships. I feel like people should live their lives until somebody commits to them in that way. To me, like at this point. I said April and Colby was a slow build, and most slow build relationships are hot and steamy. Heads up, put a ring on it. It's gonna piss you off. Just letting you know. Oh shit, I haven't even watched it yet. I'm gonna go watch it right now because I'm about to get off here because that's all I gotta say about this shit. Her name is Megan Better, and she said Master Baby like Alexander Rogers. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Yeah. I remember when he says that. Yeah. Not Megan Better. Okay, no, no, Megan Better in the comments. Got you. Right, you Master Baby like what Alex says. Got you. I'm drunk. Whatever. Um, all right, y'all. I hope y'all enjoyed this. I appreciate y'all so much for coming through. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, follow me on bondyblueshow.com if you want to see the watch alongs that we did for episodes 1, 2, and 3. I will come back to y'all once I have finished watching the remainder of the season. But let me go ahead and watch Put a Ring on It, girl. If nothing is to see what y'all talking about. So I'll talk to y'all later. Y'all have a good night and y'all have a good weekend. Peace out.